Good morning, family. This is Ricky, and welcome to Hope for Today. Happy Tuesday. It's the week of Christmas, guys. All the running and gunning and the hustling and bustling I know is amidst us. So I'm praying for you to sustain your joy and peace through Christ this Christmas season. I want to celebrate today that when the world forgets you, God will still use you. When the world forgets you, God will still use you. You know, if we show up as seemingly insignificant in the eyes of the world, that we are seen as people that don't have that much to offer, that we don't have the so-called impressive stature and status of other people. We don't have all the money. We don't have all the bling. We don't have all the talent. We don't have all the intellect. We don't have all the resources. The world kind of has a way of turning their eyes on you and just looking on to the next thing, but not God. God sees you when you're low. God loves you when you're low. And here's the crazy thing about it. God uses you when you're low. That's how God works. One commentator said of Jesus that he is the upside down God. He uses the things that are low and meek and humble and forgotten about to confound the world. There's a passage that corresponds to this. He'll use the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. And that's Christmas. I'm looking at Luke chapter 2, verse 48. This is a song of praise after Mary is realizing that she is to be the mother of the Christ, and she is praising God in song and what has happened for her. It's called the Magnificat because she starts off, "My soul magnifies the Lord." In verse 48, she says, "For he has looked on the humble estate of his servant. For behold, from now on, all generations will call me blessed." If you think you were nothing and you think that the world forgot you, the world thought Mary would have been nothing and would have definitely forgotten about her. Mary was from a podunk town called Nazareth, okay? Nazareth was so abysmal a town that when one of the disciples learned that Jesus was in Nazareth, he said, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?" It was small, it was insignificant, it had nothing impressive about it. That's where Mary was from. Mary was plausibly probably only 14 or 15 years old when the angel visited her. As a gal from Nazareth, she would have been trained in biblical training, but she wouldn't have had any formal education. She almost certainly was poor and of humble estate. And my point is this, here she is praising God that even though she was probably one of the most lowest people you can find in the entire nation of Israel, God picked her. And that's hope for today, because you may feel like you're the most lowest, most humble person around, but God apparently loves finding people on the low and wants to bring them up to the high to be used by him. I want to encourage you today. Don't let little resources stop you from being used by God. Don't let little background and heritage stop you from being used by God. Don't let little talent or little intellect stop you, because God can use the lowest of the low to do the biggest of the big things in your life. That's hope for today. I'll see you next time.